What's up guys, how are you guys doing? I am JC Corner and this is our first ever program of Terminal TV. Thank you all for tuning in. I hope you guys are all staying healthy and pushing through these difficult times of COVID-19. In this program we will be talking about and giving you updates on new music and tours in relation to COVID-19. We will be talking about different important topics of the dark scene, including BAUHAUS, BLUTENGEL, Post-punk, and EBM. We will also be having an interview and horoscope reading for the month of May presented by Tiffany Hoffman. We also have special DJ sets presented by DJ REVENANT, DJ LILITH, DJ ENGEL, and also DJ Dr. Dead. We will also be showing interviews and performances with Swag Flores of Carved Souls and Wandering Poets all the way from Puerto Vallarta. We will also have Amory of Skeletal Family and Ghost Dance from the UK. We also have Elmore Schmidt of CENTHRON all the way from Germany. We have Mel Page of the band Screaming Dead all the way from UK. And we also have Derrick Winter Rhodes of Tragic Black all the way from Salt Lake City. So we will be also having special performances and interviews with DEEPDRAIN and Siniestra Cabaret. So there is much to look forward to in our first ever program of Terminal TV. First off, we'll be talking about new music that has been released ever since the global lockdown began back in March. First off, we have 9 Inch Nails that released not one, but 2 surprise albums called Ghost 5 Together and Ghost 6 Locust, marking the band's 11th and 10th album. Due to COVID-19, both of these albums have been released for free on the website of 9 Inch Nails. Duxia also released a new album called Existe this past March. The album marks the 20th anniversary of the band. We actually had a show with them in Tijuana alongside Mordacious and Noise of Terror, but due to COVID-19, it was postponed to a later date. Dawn of Ash is also releasing a new album coming this summer called Sleep Paralysis that is available now for pre-order in all different platforms. A new single called The Antimonian has also been released, teasing the coming of the album. Mordacious is also set to release a new album later on this year alongside a new Malicious album, so stay tuned for more information on that. The famous record label Out of Line Music also released many singles under the name of the label. A BLUTENGEL and Hocico collaboration has been released called Obscure. This is meant to be teasing a joint tour that will be announced either this year or next year. Hopefully it happens. There is also a new Balanced Breach single teasing new music called Dead End Divers. Rabia Sorda also released a new music video for their new single Destruye, teasing new music and a new album. BLUTENGEL also released a new single called Windsor Unstead Bleak, teasing new music and more videos to come. Chris Paul of BLUTENGEL also started a new project called She Hates Emotions, and the first single of the band has been released under the name of See the Light. Alright, so now we'll be moving on to our first interview in relations to COVID-19. We'll be interviewing first off Mel Page of the band Screaming Dead. Mel Page is also the bassist of the band and he'll be joining us all the way from the UK. We'll be asking him what has the band been doing, how has the band been affected, and also if there are any new projects in store for us from Screaming Dead. After the interview, he'll be presenting us a new video for the band Screaming Dead. So let's give it up for Mel Page.
Hi there, it's Mel Page here, bass player of Screaming Dead, speaking to you from my back garden, just south of London here in the UK. Even though I live quite near the airport, there's not really any planes in the sky, and there's very little traffic, so you can hear the birds, which is nice. Anyway, Jesus asked me to leave you all a message, just to let you know how we're getting along. Obviously we're in lockdown, same as you guys, I should imagine. Don't know how long for. It's difficult, but you know, we're all doing okay. Obviously I can't see the rest of the guys because we can't move around, but that's just the way it is. We were hoping to come and play for you, perhaps in September or October this year. We're not sure if that's going to happen yet. No one really knows what's happening. Things will probably come a little bit clearer over the course of the next couple of months or so, but we're definitely coming. That's the thing, we're definitely coming. Even if it's next spring, even if it's this time next year, we'll be there. So just to say, I hope you're all doing good, hope you're doing fine, and we'll see you soon. And until then, stay safe.
The
Thank you very much, Mal Pedro, for your kind words. I hope all is well for you and the rest of the band in the UK. Now we'll be going on to our next interview all the way in Salt Lake City with Derrick Winter Rhodes of Tragic Black. Right now he'll be talking to us about his projects, COVID-19, and how he has been affected by everything that's been going on in this climate and difficult times. After his interview, he will also be presenting us a music video, which is a cover of The Cure. So make sure, stick around, and here we go with Derrick Winter Rhodes.
Hey, how's it going? I'm doing pretty good. Hope you're doing good too. Well, this pandemic is a pretty serious thing. I thought it would be lesser than it is. Maybe I just hoped it would be lesser than it is, but it's also not the fucking plague. So, you know, we just need to be strong and smart during this time and get through it. Advice from my fans. Well, be creative as much as you can. Get away from the screens. Try to do something with your time that you can look back upon and be proud of. You know, whether that's reading or learning or exercising or all three of those. But I would say to try to avoid being sad or worried about this, or actually, let me rephrase that. It is okay to be sad and worried, especially for those people who've lost their jobs and they're really stressed out about what's going to happen next. So I would just say try to find your inner strength as much as possible, because you can't control the outer influences, but you can control how you react. So do that. Tragic Black, well, this is our 20-year anniversary coming up in October. We put our first show on Halloween with Redemption Bound, and it's kind of insane to think that it's been 20 years and we're still going. Vile lives in Denver now, and so we haven't played a gig for over a year, but we're still a band and we are writing music in the background. We're aiming to put out something later this year to symbolize our 20 years of being a band. And then we hope to hear from promoters from Europe especially, but everywhere really, who are interested in bringing us out for a show. So yeah, if you're interested in seeing Tragic Black live, we are definitely down to do something, especially if it's cool. So contact us if that is something you're interested in. I'm up to a lot of other things, including Tragic Black work, as well as I have recently completed recording an album for my solo project called Alter of Vision, or AOV, and there's a lot of music on it. Covers, original music, and atmospheric songs. So it's really different than anything I've done. And in other ways, it's kind of the combination between Tragic Black and my black metal band. And my black metal band is what I'm doing more than anything. We have a new album pretty much written now, so we're excited to put it out, but we're in no hurry. We're just kind of getting everything perfect right now. But anyway, AOV is the combination, sort of, if you took Tragic Black, Goth, and the Substained Evil and mixed into a new thing. But it's also something completely different, but I would say if I had to compare it. Anyway, but I just did some vocals for the new All Gone Dead song, and that's coming out next week, I think, officially. And I'm not going to tell you anything else, but I will tell you that it's really good. And I'm not just saying that because I'm on the song, but or that they're my best friends, but it is some of the best cool, dark, goth rock kind of music I've heard in a long time. No matter what, Ben always goes above and beyond with All Gone Dead, so if you ever heard the first album, you would know what I'm talking about. But, there's one other thing I'm doing, which is guest vocals for a band called Shadow Assembly. So that's going to be coming up as well. I did vocals for another guy called Izzy Huerta, and I'm not sure when he's going to put that song out, but it's more of metal of some sorts, but not what you're probably thinking. I'm more or less adding the metal, and the rest of the song is more clean guitars, clean vocals, and then I come in with the evil. So that's what he wanted from me, and I did it. But yeah, so we got Substained. We put out an album called Vomit the Cross about a year ago, and you can listen to that on iTunes, YouTube, and everywhere else. I got AOV, which has a Break On Through Doors cover online right now, as well as my other first song, Young Blood, that goes out to my Uncle Chuck. And I made a video for that too, so if you want to see that, you can look it up on YouTube. Spectre Theater is another thing that I got going on in the background. It's me and Misha from Dividing Lines. We've got enough music to put out an album, and we have 2 tracks that are unreleased, so there are going to be more songs coming for Spectre Theater, but I don't know when, so have hope, aimless hope. But anyway, I hope you guys are holding strong, you know, finding shit to do, you know, not being a wimp, you know, rising to the challenge, and learning from this shit, because Mother Earth is going to give us more. So if you think this is bad, just wait. So there's going to be more. This is, I was going to say this earlier, we've had earthquakes here in Utah, and combined with the coronavirus shit, it makes us more anxious. Feels like there's an earthquake going on even when there's not sometimes. So I can say that, you know, I'm not impervious to, you know, the realities that we all share, you know, and I just hope that everyone who's, depending on where you're at, you know, whether you're dying from this shit or just evading it just fine, we all need to have respect for it. Respect for each other by staying the fuck back. Go away from me, right? Don't even go out in public if you don't have to, unless you're out there buying food, but order it if you can. And we can come out of this thing more prepared for another calamity, and hopefully find ways to change in positive ways. So that's me. I'm Derrick. Hope you're having a good one. Cheers. And hey, I forgot to tell you, I'm going to leave a couple videos in the description and after this video too. So if you want to check out that, whatever I'm doing, then go ahead.
Under
That was an awesome cover of The Cure by Tragic Black. Thank you very much, Derrick. Your words of wisdom and advice mean a lot to us. Guys, make sure to check out his other two projects. And also, now we'll be moving on to the next interview. Joining us all the way from Germany, we have Omar Schmidt of the band CENTHRON. Okay, Omar, so how are you and your family doing?
Hey, I'm fine. I'm very well. I feel good. I have to say, my life is very well. You know, 2 months ago was the birth of my daughter and my 2 sons and my daughter, and of course my wife fill out my life in total. I'm making music, of course, you know, and I'm in a very good situation, I guess. So I have my studio, I have my music, I have the house and the garden, and so the lockdown in Germany, that's not very hard for me, and I'm very thankful for that. But of course, you can be sure our minds are to those people that have not that much luck than we have these days.
Yes, like you said, we're in the middle of this COVID-19 pandemic. What are your thoughts and feelings towards COVID-19?
Yeah, I'm not a doctor. I can't say things about the pandemic. I watch TV, I watch YouTube. I try to inform me as good as I can. So my wife is a doctor. She can tell me some things that happens here around. But even the doctors at all don't know really at all what happens. There are very different ideas of the pandemic and very different statics, and I don't know. I'm not very good in this, but of course I can say that I would spread as message to all that stay strong. That's time goes by and things will go in any way, and after that we will have a look again at the things.
Okay, so now what would be your advice for everybody out there listening to you to do during these times?
As I told you maybe a few sentences before, stay strong. That's the first and the main advice. Stay strong. We don't know really what happens, and if we can't grab it, if we can't do anything against it, we need to stay strong together. We need to stay strong around the world, and that's I guess that's the message. Whatever will come, whatever will happen, we should stay together. And you, all of you, people who look now, maybe the interview, and have a look at your own, try to find your own strength. Maybe this is a time that is very difficult for money and for the work, for a lot of people. But if we try to have a look at positive things, maybe one thing could be find yourself, find your strength, find anything you can do for other people, for yourself, to improve. In earlier days, even now I listen to metal a lot, and the album from a Sugar, from a metal band, Destroy, Erase, Improve, is a great one in my eyes, and the meaning of Destroy, Erase, Improve, maybe it's positive, I don't know. Improvement is positive, I guess. And if there is a chance for anyone of all of you, try to get stronger, try to get better in things, try to find you. And it's metaphysical. It's some guys maybe live in very small rooms or in small houses, and there is no chance to go outside in the garden or in a wood, or maybe something like that, and there is maybe just the chance for a mental improvement. Maybe it could help. I don't know, but I wish to all of you, we wish as CENTHRON, of course Sandra and Marcus too, wish to all people to have the strength to let the time flow, and someday there are other times again.
Would you say that you guys have any new projects that people can look forward to and wait for?
Yeah, there are new projects. So, as you know, I have more time now, and I work at a very old project called Das Werk, and I want to make something different, but not too different. It's still electro, it's EDM more maybe. And I asked a lot of people who wanted to make remixes. So Marco from Selector told me yes, he want to make a remix, and SITD too, and Christian Wesenberg from Roter Sand will make a remix, and I hope for Chris Vergenoise, of course. So we are still friends, and I hope he will make it and have time for it. Yes, of course, and CENTHRON is always running. So if I have time and I finish my project now, I have new ideas for CENTHRON songs. I have a concept in my head, and I tried a little bit here and I tried a little bit there, and I guess it will be maybe a little surprising, but not too much. It's still hard, it's still dark, it's still CENTHRON style, and yes, but I guess next year CENTHRON is getting 20 years old, and there we want to make a new album, and if possible, then we will make a tour, and yes, we will spread the CENTHRON message around the world, maybe, hopefully, yes. But I think things should work that way.
Thank you, Omar.
Yeah, so at the end here I want to present our video, Al-Fatr. Have fun with it, take the message, stay strong, and of course, raise your fist.
Thank you, Omar. Your words and time is greatly appreciated. Now we'll be going on to our next interview, which is going to be with Swag Flores of Carved Souls and Wandering Poets. Now, he is joining us all the way from Puerto Vallarta. So, how are you doing, Swag?
I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. Hope everyone's doing well.
That's good. Everything's well over here too. So, Swag, what have you been doing to keep busy during these times of COVID-19?
During this pandemic, I have been working on music and just spending time with my wife and daughter.
That sounds good, Swag. What would you recommend other people to do during these times of COVID-19?
So, I have been working around the house. I have done some mountain biking, following social distancing, of course. During these times, I recommend people to stay active, work on any unfinished music projects if you have them, or any projects. Keep your mind busy. We're all in this together.
Yes, I agree. We need to take the proper precautions. So, are there anything new that you're working on with Carved Souls or Wandering Poets? What are your plans after this ends?
Carved Souls, yeah, I love those guys. We haven't played a show for a while, but since we're still taking a break, I have been focusing on Wandering Poets, working on songs, just trying to make new music and finish an album. And after the lockdown is over, I definitely want to see friends again and just go to live shows again. Oh, well, I'm gonna set up and do an exclusive live show for you guys. Just stay safe out there and enjoy.
Thank you very much, Swed. Your words and your time are greatly appreciated. Up next, we have a performance by both Carved Souls and Wandering Poets. So here we go. Take it away. Thank you.
There is a place I know, a home where I can go. Should I give in? Should I kneel at your feet? The reason is there for a fool like me. Each day I'm a different man, struggling with indirects. There is but one way to express. I am the waveform spiking up and down. I am the waveform jumping all around. I am the waveform creating all the sounds. I am the waveform reaching the point of no return.
Thank you very much, Swed, and also thanks for the performances of Carved Souls and Wonder Poets. Now we'll be going on to our next interview all the way from UK. We have Amory Hurst of Skeletal Family, Ghost Dance, and Khalif. So, how are you?
I'm very well at the moment, and I'm enjoying playing with my new band.
So, what are all your thoughts on this COVID-19 pandemic?
I've been really shocked at how bad it's been and how fast it's spread. At first we were told it wasn't a serious illness. The UK is surreal at the moment. People being laid off work. The roads are empty and the streets, it's like a ghost town. Myself, I've been working as a carer in a children's home. I am classed as a key worker.
So, what would you recommend everybody out there listening to you right now to do during these times?
So far, more than 27,000 people have died in the UK. I hope you and your family stay safe and well in these uncertain times. Stay in, stay safe, until things get better.
So, what are your plans after this whole thing ends?
I'm going out with my new band. It's been 35 years since Ghost Dance played. We are going out doing a celebration of most of the Ghost Dance songs. I've had to cancel most of the European and American dates. I look forward to seeing you when this pandemic is over. Stay safe, look after yourselves. All my love, Amory.
Thank you very much, Amory. Your words and everything is greatly appreciated. Now we'll be going on to 2 performances brought to you by Amory. Enjoy.
The light
what's up guys? We're here in the streets of Bellflower, California. Right in back of me we have the City Hall and all of the drive-through COVID-19 testing that have been going on. Due to the fact that we're in the middle of this COVID-19 pandemic, they're encouraging people to be tested whether they have the symptoms or not. It's very, very simple, especially here in the drive-through. You just sign up and you get your testing and everything, right? But if you go to a regular place, you just have to get your appointment done, you go in and you get out. It's very, very simple. So thank you guys.
Fever, a dry cough, difficulty breathing. These are all symptoms of a COVID-19 coronavirus infection. If you have these symptoms, stay home and away from others and call your healthcare provider to determine if you should be tested for COVID-19. The test is nothing to be scared of. A cotton swab will be inserted into your nose or throat only deep enough to reach the membranes where viruses grow. This might be a bit uncomfortable, but there's no danger or risk to being tested. The test is safely packaged, cataloged, and sent to a licensed and accredited clinical diagnostic laboratory for processing. Viruses contain genetic material just like us. The laboratory will use a process called polymerase chain reaction, or PCR, to determine if viral genetic material is present. If it's there, it means you've been infected. In about 48 hours, your doctor will reach out to you with the results and advise you on getting the care you need. In the meantime, get some rest and be sure to wash your hands.
Alright guys, we're here, like I said before, in the streets of Bellflower, California, where right now I'm going to be interviewing somebody about their thoughts, themselves, and their thoughts about this whole COVID-19 pandemic. And right here I have the special someone. How you doing, sweetie?
Hi.
What's your name?
Ruthie? With the Cure?
With the Cure?
Yeah.
Is the Cure your last name, or is that your favorite band?
That's my favorite band. Of course, you got it down to many.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
What would you say makes the Cure your favorite band?
Well, it's just the best band in the whole world, isn't it? You know? Other than that, I have a lot of history with the Cure. The first time I went to go see them was in 1992 for my birthday. I went to go see the Cure. I was 10 years old. My sister took me. My older sister begged her to take me. So,
I bet that was a very good experience.
Oh, it was a really good experience, yeah.
And that was for your birthday too?
Oh, yeah.
Have you seen them other times, or you just
Yeah,
seen them
I seen them
once?
recently at the DEEPDRAIN festival.
Oh, you were there at Pasadena?
Yeah.
How was that?
It was amazing.
Yeah, I could tell. I'm pretty sure it was. I've heard it was amazing, right? Was
Yeah.
it? What would you say is your favorite song by them?
There's plenty of songs. It's hard because I guess my all-time favorite is Twilight Garden.
Twilight Garden?
Yeah.
Any more, or just that?
Yeah, that's. Oh, I have a lot of favorites. It's
Yeah.
Shake Dog Shake, Perfect Murder, Stop Dead, a lot of them.
Other than The Cure, what other bands would you say you really like to listen to?
Oh, I enjoy a lot of music. I enjoy from goth, death rock, to post-punk, to industrial, to power noise.
Oh, that sounds good. Can you tell me a little bit more about yourself? What do you do for a living?
Oh, I work as a recreational staff.
Mm-hmm.
I work with mentally disabled and physically disabled individuals
Okay.
at a therapeutic day center.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And what do you do with them? Like, what
We
do you
do
do?
activities, we do recreational therapy. We get
Okay.
them out of their wheelchairs into therapy furniture,
Okay.
where they get therapy, they get to relax their muscles, they do stretching.
Oh, yeah. During these times of COVID-19, there's a lot of, what do you say, distress and anxiety. Would you say that has affected you? Like, all this
Oh,
COVID-19?
yes, because right now I'm not working in my original job.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How was that? What did
My
you do?
original job, the day center,
Mhm.
the recreational therapy center, well, right now it's been shut down due to the COVID-19.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because the clients we have here that go there are medically fragile.
Yeah, susceptible, yes. I'm
Yeah,
sure.
susceptible to this
This
virus.
COVID-19?
Yeah.
How would you say that you've taken care of yourself during these times of the pandemic?
Well, I've been carrying sanitizer with me.
Okay.
Of course, I carry gloves and I wear a mask when I go to the grocery store.
Mhm.
Basically, yeah.
Take the proper precautions,
Yeah.
you know, not to get sick. That's very good. I know many people during these times haven't seen their families or friends. Have you seen your families or friends?
Not really. I haven't been able to see. I saw my mom a little bit by her window wave at me because I had to go drop off water bottles and stuff because I don't want her to go to the store right now.
Yeah.
Since she's at that age gap that could be
really?
susceptible to
the virus?
COVID-19. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you gotta take the
So
proper
yeah, my
precautions,
sisters
yeah.
and me been taking her stuff.
Oh, okay, that's very
Making
good.
sure she's indoors.
Yeah?
But she goes for little walks here and there, but she's wearing masks, you know?
Oh, that's good. Have you taken the test for the COVID-19?
No, not yet. I booked an appointment.
Okay.
So I'm possibly going to go in a couple days here, like in 2 or 3 days.
Okay. Oh, you live around here?
Oh, yeah, I live right around that area.
Oh, that's
right,
really good.
right
Yeah.
here, and back.
Oh, that's very
I
close,
live in the same block, basically, yeah.
What would you say the first thing you would do after this whole COVID-19 pandemic comes to a close?
Oh, I'm going to go to one of your guys' events at the Club Terminal.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I'm going to
Gonna go
go
wild.
dance. Yeah, I want to go dance. I miss going and dancing in my daytime life, you know?
Yeah.
My nighttime life, I mean, yeah, I miss going out. I miss eating at a restaurant. I miss going to the movies. I miss seeing my family.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah, I
mean,
miss my coworkers and my clients, you know?
Yeah, I bet. I understand that. Many people are stuck at their homes, unfortunately, and the best thing to do was take the proper precautions like you are doing, and that's very perfect. Thank you for sharing these kind words, and I appreciate that very much. We'll be going back to the studio. Thank you guys. This has been Ruthie for Terminal TV. Thank you. Now we'll be moving into the countdown of the top 10 music videos of the dark scene. In our number 10 spot we have Selector with their music video for Radioactivity. This is the band all the way from Mexico City. This video was released in 2015 and Radioactivity is also the title track off of their album with the same name, Radioactivity. In number 9 we have Dawn of Ashes with their music video for Poisoning the Steps of Babel featuring Nero Bellum. This video was released back in 2013 and it's off of the album Anthenema. The video features none other than Nero Bellum from the band and vocalist of Cyclone 9. Number 8 we have Prodigy with their song Breathe. Breathe has been an instant classic, especially in EBM. And this video was released back in 1996. This song is the title track off of the album Breathe, and is one of the band's most well-known songs to this day, and unfortunately due to this passing of Keith Flint. At number 7 we have Lebanon Hanover with their song Gallow Dance. This video was released back in 2013 and it's also off of their album Tomb for Two. The Lebanon Hanover has been considered to be a staple in post-punk. In number 6, we have Gorgonas with their song La Ciega. Another band coming from Mexico City that are considered to be the pioneers of death rock for all of Latin America. This video was released back in 2011 and has been well known for being one of those band's most well-known songs to this day. Number 5, we have Switchblade Symphony with the music video for Clown. The band broke up back in 1999 and this song is considered to be one of the most well-known songs of the band also. This video was released back in 1995 and it also comes from the debut album of Serpentine Gallery, an instant classic in the dark music. Now we have, in our number 4 spot, 9 Inch Nails with their song Closer. This video was released back in 1994 and it sparked a lot of controversy for its dark imagery and symbolism that pleased many people off them in a very weird way. The song is off of their second album, The Downward Spiral, which is considered to be one of the best albums of all time in dark music. Now at number 3, we have BLUTENGEL, which their song Reich mir die Hand. This video was released back in 2011. It is off of their album Trans Hairs under Out of Line Music. The video shows a lot of imagery of vampires and death, which is what this band is very well known for. Number 2, we have Sopor Aternas with their song Sleep. This video was released back in 2011 and the song is off of their album Have You Seen This Ghost? The video is recognized for its creepiness and very dark and melancholic tone that is very instantly recognizable. But in our number 1 spot for the best music video in the dark scene would be for Cycle 9 with their song Parasitic. This band is from Los Angeles, California, and they have helped keep the dark scene alive in recent years. This video was released in 2008, and it is off of their album Crown Guy Fornicator. The video is well known for its dark themes, spontaneous shots, and also it was directed by Richard Thomas. The song is one of the band's most well-known songs to this day. And there you have it, the top 10 music videos of the dark scene. What's up guys, we are here in Los Angeles, California. This time joining me right now is our guest and friend, Tiffany Hoffman. How are you doing, Tiffany Hoffman?
Hi guys, I'm doing fine.
Yeah? You're very well known in the LA dark scene for your tarot readings, your palm readings, and also your jewelry. Can you tell us a little bit more about what it is you do?
Yes. First of all, yes, I am a psychic medium, gothic psychic medium at that. Yes, I do palm readings, I do tarot card readings, I do make homemade jewelry as well, homemade bracelets, earrings, necklaces. I make them not only as a protection purpose,
Okay.
but I also make them for the gothic community as well.
That's good.
So some of them, as you could tell, one of these earrings I have on has like little skulls, but then it's got crystals on it. So
Oh, yeah.
I kind of incorporate a little bit of my gothic side along with my job, which is, of course, being a psychic. So yes, not only that, I also prepare candles. I also sell incense, sage. I do my readings by video, in person. Well, not right now due to the COVID-19, but I also do phone calls, as phone call readings as well. So that's pretty cool. On my spare time, instead of course, doing my job, on my spare time, I actually like to make homemade potpourri sleeping pouches.
Okay.
And I usually put those in cute little bags.
Oh, that's nice. How long have you been doing everything you do for? Like, how many years, or it's been a while?
This summer will be my 29th year.
29 years?
29 years. I've been, of course, doing this since I was 14. I was born and raised into the spiritual world with my family. So my family basically showed me how to do psychic work, card readings, palm readings, and definitely just readings by using my mediumship.
So basically your family was what influenced you into doing these medium, that you becoming a medium, basically?
Yes.
Oh, that's awesome. How do you say your experience has been, like, working in this field, basically?
The experience that I've had, it's been challenging at times when, of course, when I go to cleanse a house or read a client at a house and there's paranormal activity happening.
Okay.
That's kind of the downside, you know, when the spirits start to throw things or get a little bit out of control.
Oh, God.
But the upside of my job is definitely having those feedbacks from customers saying, wow, Tiffany, your reading was spot on. I was able to catch this on time, or I was able to catch that on time.
That's awesome. How would you say a typical session would go with the client? Like, basically, how does one reach you or meet up with you to get it read for them?
Well, basically, they just send me a text message. Of course, my phone number is area code 323-602-6815. They usually send me a text message, and then I give them my schedule. They pick an hour and a day, Los Angeles time, and I go ahead and go from there.
That's awesome. So you say, what's it called? You do basically everything, right? That's amazing.
Yes.
And you've been doing it for a really long time.
Very long time, yeah. And I also, like if customers have very difficult questions, I can use other things such as runes or pendulums, different things like that. So I know probably about 150 different tools to use, but I like to use my mediumship.
That's awesome. And well, basically right now what we're living is, we're living in the midst of COVID-19 pandemic. Would you say that has affected you and your work?
Yes, it definitely has affected my job because I cannot bring in customers into my business, into my office, and I can no longer have customers come in and choose the products.
Okay.
So I've noticed that I've had to take pictures of my products and then post them online, and it's kind of been a very difficult challenge to do that, trying to post my stuff online and of course trying to sell things. But yeah, it has dropped my business down about 50% due to sales, but now I'm having to ship things out, so now I find myself purchasing more shipping supplies.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. But I mean, you still meet up with clients during these times, or?
Yes, by video chat and phone call.
That's awesome. What would you say is your advice you would give to everybody out there listening right now?
Right now, the best advice is to, of course, stay busy by watching TV, by watching shows, by also catching up on other shows that you've maybe missed. Also take the time to contact family, contact friends, maybe try to get some closure with family and friends as well. And definitely just try to be very, very safe at this time, because of course we all have to be safe right now, and just try to love one another because we never know if it's our last day. We're never promised tomorrow.
That sounds great. Well, thank you very much, Tiffany.
Thank
your
you.
words and your time, very appreciated. So make sure you guys stick around, because up next we have Tiffany, who will be presenting horoscope readings. So if you're interested in information about your sign, make sure to stick around, because it's going to be spread out throughout this whole program. So thank you, Tiffany. This has been Terminal TV.
Hi guys, my name is Tiffany Retro Zombie of Retro Zombies Readings out here in Los Angeles, California. I'm going to go ahead and read off the 12 zodiacs for this May of 2020. I know that we are all in quarantine right now, or we are dealing with COVID-19 crisis. So of course I have altered my 12 zodiac signs to go ahead and match up with exactly what we gotta do. So I'm going to go ahead and start off with the zodiacs in the order that they are. That will be in Aries, then it will be in Taurus, Gemini, and then Cancer, Leo, Virgo, and then Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, and then it will go right into Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces. Of course, we do have this this full moon is coming in on May 7th, and that is going to be in Scorpio. So whatever changes and plans that you need to go ahead and do, make sure that you have that done by May 7th. And then of course by May 20th, we are going to be in Taurus season. So happy birthday, all my Tauruses, for your quarantine birthday. Make sure that you do like a live video with your little birthday cake and have people join you. So this way you can have a memorable quarantine birthday. I will go ahead and start off with Aries. With Aries, of course, right now you are going to need to be doing spring cleaning. Concentrate on structurizing your life. Work is okay for now, but if you don't feel that work is good, definitely try to change your job at this time. Get your resume and all of your information ready, so that way you can go ahead and search for a new job if you need to. But work should be okay for right now. Definitely don't lose focus on important things at this time. New love and new dates and new friends for singles. And for those that are in a relationship, you definitely want to rekindle your partnerships. Definitely detox yourself because your health depends upon it. And definitely keep those energy vampires away from bleeding you dry in your neck, because of course, you definitely don't need any sort of negativity in your life. Next up will be Taurus. For Tauruses, new friends are definitely needed. You're definitely tired of hanging out with the same old vampires, wanting to, of course, drain the living shit out of every single friend that you have. So you definitely want to go ahead and concentrate on gaining some new friends at this time. Definitely your goals are most important right now. Your plans are most important right now. But your heart feels like it's in the crossroads. If you feel that you need to leave a relationship, go ahead and do so at this time. Also, if you feel that you need a new partner or you need a new date in your life, go ahead and do so at this time, because of course the heart is in crossroads. It does not know which direction to go, north, south, east, or west. So you definitely want to find some sort of direction for your heart. Also, you want to go ahead and have some money savings plans at this time. Definitely go 50-50 with your partner on bills and plans for the rest of the year. And you also need to, of course, maybe time to start cutting out those coupons or try to find some cheaper, different ways to, of course, save money. Gemini, you're up next, and you're definitely my social bee, my social butterfly for this entire COVID-19 season and for the remainder of the year. You're going to be the one who is going to go ahead and get the party going, get the mood going on social media. All of your ideas are definitely going to go full force. So don't be afraid of letting out your ideas at this time, because of course everyone on social media will either like it or hate it. Who cares? Definitely don't concentrate on that at this time. Also, your birthday is going to be coming up, and by the time your birthday comes up, that is going to be your new year. So what are you going to plan for your new year this year, Gemini, going into next year? Also, you definitely want to move forward in your life. But of course, we spend that 8 hours or less resting. That is 1/3 of our lives resting, and you need to, of course, get some new pillows, maybe wash your bedding at this time. So this way you can, of course, sleep very comfortably. Maybe purchase some sort of lavender oil to burn in your oil burner. Maybe get a really cool brand new oil burner at this time. So this way you can rest. And next up we have Cancer. Cancer, of course, my little crabbies, my little crabs. This is the only zodiac that, of course, is basically okay. You guys are okay with home. You guys are, of course, my little hermit crabs. And right now, home is where the heart is. Your room is where the heart is. If you want to go ahead and change your room up to where it's comfortable for you, go ahead and do so at this time. If you want to purge things from your closet, maybe go through some old boxes, go ahead and do so at this time. Definitely stay very, very positive. You don't want to lose it at this time, as you are the only zodiac that is the most positive. Health is definitely key and very, very important for you. Obstacles, yes, they are going to come, but you definitely do not need to worry about obstacles at this time. Definitely summer encourages you to, of course, make money and gain new money projects as well. Leo's up next. For my Leos, you are totally the opposite of the Cancer. You are definitely getting cabin fever at this time. You're definitely losing it at this time. And of course, we definitely don't want you guys to lose it at this time. But of course, you're a Leo. You're a lion. You're used to going out with your pride, your pack. You're used to running in the wild and taking charge of the wild. And of course, that's what you do when you're in the human community, especially when you're going out. But right now you want to concentrate on projects. You also want to examine the people that are around you. Should they be around you, or are they negative? Or are they positive? So of course, my Leos, you definitely need to examine folks right now at this time. Definitely your goals are something that need to be made. And also you miss the old life of how it used to be before COVID-19. But of course, right now, you got to put your ambition forward, get it out of the crossroads, and move your ambition at this time. If you're thinking about education, if you're thinking about side jobs, side projects, go ahead and do so at this time. If you feel you cannot get your head in the game, Leos, you definitely need to contact some sort of life coach or therapist or a really good friend that you trust to talk to. Because of course, you don't want to snap at this time. Virgo is up next. For of course, my Virgos, you're definitely the Lone Ranger out of the entire zodiac. You're the very unique, creative individual that has aspiring ideas, and your inspirations towards others are very, very wonderful. But of course, you definitely need your alone time. And for Virgos, for the month of May in the year 2020, you are definitely going to be very, very spontaneous. And you also need to, of course, concentrate on those spontaneous ideas. Of course, the Virgo makes a lot of plans, but for the month of May, you want to be just a little bit more spontaneous this time. You also want to, of course, expand your mind. Share your ideas with others at this time. Definitely open up your creative mind. But your heart is never happy. Never ever happy. But you need to listen to both sides of your heart. Am I truly happy right now with my partner, with my friends, with my family, with my coworkers? All relationships you have to examine. If you are truly not happy, then it is time to move on. If you can say, yes, I'm both happy and unhappy, then see, of course, what you need to improve to make yourself much more happier. So it's definitely time to spend a lot of time, of course, reading books, get out those notebooks, dust off those old calendars at this time, and definitely see what, of course, you need to plan for your future. If you've been thinking about studying something or learning something, it could be a day course, it could be a 4-year course in college, go ahead and examine that at this time because you are going to be inspired to learn something. Libra is up next. Of course, with Libras, you're definitely feeling the emotional part of COVID-19 right now at this time. Your scales are completely unbalanced right now, and you definitely feel that your emotions and your passion is at a teeter-totter. It's not balancing correctly or perfectly at this time. You also are very frustrated, but you definitely need to build very, very strong connections. You feel like you need to, of course, project your mind just a little bit more. If people are dead weight in your life, then of course you definitely need to drop that dead weight. Stop carrying all of that dead weight upon your shoulders because it's going to unbalance you as well. And you definitely just need to, of course, get out of that angry mood, that bad mood, that funk that you are in. And of course, you definitely don't need any sort of negative energy around you. You may want to take up projects such as gardening, and if you don't have a garden, of course, get some sort of indoor plants for yourself. And definitely keep your windows and doors open in home because, of course, you're definitely feeling that unbalancedness and you need air because you're an air element. For Scorpios, Scorpios are up next. Scorpios, you definitely have no patience at all, and everything is testing your patience at this time. You definitely need solo time. Bonding is definitely the #1 thing that you need as well. So of course, balance time for yourself and then balance time to, of course, speak to others, maybe on Zoom, maybe on Hangouts, maybe Google Duo that connects with FaceTime. Maybe, of course, you need to get some friends together. Maybe, of course, have a little party on Zoom or Hangouts, or maybe download some other sort of video applications. This way you can go ahead and talk to people that you haven't talked to in the past 6 to 8 weeks. Because, of course, Scorpio, you're definitely feeling the unbonding at this time, and you need to bond with others as well. You definitely are very, very versatile, and you need to focus on being versatile. Do not be mouthy at this time. You do not want to say the wrong thing. Of course, Pluto is the only planet in retrograde at this time, and you're going to be feeling that over the next 5 months, of course, that you need to speak up a little bit more. Go ahead and do so, but definitely do not do so if you feel that you're going to be hurting somebody else's feelings, and you don't want to hurt anybody's heart at this time. Also, Scorpios, summer is going to be your favorite season. Usually it's fall, but for, of course, this year 2020, it's going to be summertime. So definitely bust out all of those brand new ideas at this time and go ahead and go forward with it. When all the planets are out of retrograde, by the time the end of the year happens, then you will come out with better, fresher thoughts and ideas to go ahead and start even more brand new projects. And then, of course, I have Sagittarius. Sagittarius is next. For my Sagittariuses, you've been overworked. You definitely do not want to be overworked at this time, but you are. You're definitely taking on more goals. You're definitely taking on more projects. You're working extra hard at work. And you're trying to find better solutions. And you're trying to figure out problems. Problem solving, basically. When you're figuring out certain problems, you definitely want to come up with problem solving solutions. So make sure that you get your rest at this time, because your ideas are just going to run wild, and run wild with them. Because of course, Sagittarius, you are the balance between the water and the land. So picture yourself walking along the beach side, keeping peace in the water, keeping peace on land, and that's of course what you should be concentrating on this May, and also for the rest of this year. You definitely, of course, need a little bit more rest when you can. Definitely some TV shows would work out, or some movies, maybe some movies that you haven't seen in a very long time. Go ahead and get your favorite snack and your favorite food, and it's time to watch your movies and your, of course, your shows. Also, when you do rest, rest brings more energy. And that energy is very good to, of course, motivate yourself, because you're going to be motivating others with your projects and ideas and artwork as well. You definitely want to be drinking a lot more water, because of course you're going to need that for yourself. Between May 14th and September 12th, you definitely want to watch your money. You definitely want to see, should I be doing more side jobs? Should I get a new job? Should I go ahead and see what I can do to, of course, gain just a little bit more money? This way you're going to be super happy by the time your birthday comes and you have enough money for your birthday. Because of course, Sagittarius, you like to go all out for your birthday. And of course, you definitely need to move your room around to be more comfortable. Your room should not be in the same position that it is in at this time. Because when you're looking at all four walls of your home, your sanctuary, your temple, which is your bedroom, it needs to be more comfy. Okay, then I have Capricorn. Capricorn is up next. For my Capricorns, definitely new life is needed. You need new paths, new goals, new future for yourself. You're definitely tired of the old life. Before COVID-19, that was your old life. During and after COVID-19 is going to be your new life. So of course, you definitely need to worry more about yourself. Capricorns, it is time to be selfish. You definitely do not need to help others. Do not collaborate with others. Do not take on projects with others. You need to think more about yourself. You definitely need to do what the heart wants at this time. Do not be tempted by old flames and old relationships that are going to come into your life. Definitely don't take old lovers back. Don't take old friends back. You need new lovers, new friends, or to, of course, rekindle your relationship. You definitely do not need to buy anything for yourself at this time. You need to, of course, save money for yourself. Definitely believe in self-care and figure out what your heart wants. Does your heart want this, or does your heart want that? Also, it does seem like Saturn is definitely influencing you. And Saturn, of course, has been sitting inside of your orbit, has been sitting inside of your constellation, and it has been there since December of 2017. And of course, this December of 2020, that's when, of course, Saturn is going to move out of your house and is going to move into Aquarius, which, of course, you and the Aquarius share the same ruling planet of Saturn. So get your ideas going this year, and over the phase and the course of the next 3 years, you're going to, of course, move those ideas out very, very slowly and very surely. So definitely structurize what you need to structurize now at this time. Because, of course, structurization is what you need right now for your life. Do not sit around and try to figure out what is best for you. Just go for it. Aquarius is up next, and then we'll have Pisces, which will be our last one. For the Aquarius, definitely money-saving ideas are super, super important at this time. You definitely need to relax. You need to cook. Definitely your bedroom needs just a little bit of a makeover. Also, if you feel that you need a new chair or a new couch, go ahead and get some at this time. Because, of course, you're definitely tired of your old couches, your old chairs. Wherever you nest, imagine yourself being a little bird. Where are you going to nest at this time? You need a brand new nest. If you feel like you need to move, go ahead and do so at this time. If you feel you need to move jobs, homes, or you feel that you need a brand new car or a different type of car, definitely go ahead and think about doing those things at this time. But definitely, Aquarius says home is where the heart is. So you need to make home a better living space for yourself. You also need to get closure from people that, of course, maybe that you've hurt, or people that have hurt you. So definitely try to find that closure at this time. Because, of course, self-healing for the heart is definitely needed. Also, definitely don't feel bad about being selfish. You've helped others out. It's time for others to help you. Do not be afraid to take a helping hand, Aquariuses. But of course, those projects that you want to reveal, those projects that, of course, that you want to push forward, go ahead and do so maybe in the next couple of months. But definitely right now, do not go ahead and move forward with those projects, Aquariuses. Also, next year is going to be very different for you. So the life that you're used to living now is, of course, going to be very, very different next year. So Aquariuses, definitely keep at home and stay very, very safe. For Pisces, which is the last one of the zodiac, but of course I always say the best is for last. And of course I always say that the gods created the Pisces first, that the zodiac chart is actually backwards. And that, of course, our planetary alignment is backwards, and that the gods came in from the planets backwards. So, of course, the best for last is Pisces. For Pisces, you definitely need to speak up. You need to use that piranha mouth, that barracuda mouth. And remember that you may be a little fish in the pond or in the ocean, but your bite is as big as a shark. So, of course, or a vampire at that, if you want to keep it in a gothic term. But of course, my little baby sharks, my little baby fish, my Pisces, you definitely do not need to hold back on speaking up and speaking out. You may feel that you may be hurting others, or that you may be saying things without a filter, or you may be saying things that are not kind. But of course, just go ahead and speak forward at this time. You also need to be writing. There's a lot that you want to go ahead and write. If you want to write a book, or if you want to start a journal or a dream journal, go ahead and do so at this time. But Pisces, writing is definitely going to keep your mind very, very focused. You also need to trust very, very few people at this time as well. Also, definitely start a workout, even if it's just walking around your living room. Or if it's starting a little bit of weightlifting session, maybe with some food cans, you can go ahead and do so at this time. Maybe try to take up some sort of yoga or Pilates that, of course, you can look up on YouTube to go ahead and exercise from your own room or your own living room space. Also, Pisces, you need to drain all of those emotions, and working out would be best as well. Maybe sleeping with, of course, some sort of healing music from YouTube, such as chakra healing, aura healing, or anything that's going to, of course, make you feel good. Very good relaxation music or meditational music as well. Because, of course, Pisces, draining those emotions is going to be good for your heart. Also, your heart feels a little dim at this time. So go ahead and get in connection with those that you feel that you love or that love you. And Pisces, you haven't been dressing up because, of course, there's absolutely nowhere to go. All dressed up and nowhere to go. It's definitely the song of the Pisces. You definitely need to, of course, go ahead and dress up at this time. And hey, for no reason, maybe a daily selfie is definitely needed to keep your boost and your confidence up in order to start dressing better and looking better for yourself. And of course, other people on social media will like it as well. Well, I hope that you've enjoyed Retro Zombies horoscopes, and I hope to be back soon to go ahead and read them for you. Thank you, Terminal TV, for having me. Have a great week. Have a great week and a great year. Mwah.
So, earlier we were talking about BAUHAUS and how their long-awaited tour has been postponed. Many of our fans are upset. Why? Because BAUHAUS can be considered to be one of the most influential bands of the dark scene. They have given a rise to many bands we have come to know and love. The band has been around since 1978 and can be considered the pioneers of gothic rock, known for their dark image and gloomy sound. To honor BAUHAUS, we have a special performance by Sinister Cabaret, who will be performing a cover of the song Passion of Lovers. Sinister Cabaret is a gothic rock band from Los Angeles, California, and they will be presenting an electric acoustic version of Bauhaus song. After this performance, we'll be having an interview with Siniestra Cabaret, and as well as another performance by them. So let's give it up for Siniestra Cabaret.
Got 9-penny arm, no hurts to keep. Any healthy hits, she got crop pleasures. The passion all about it for us is she little lips and the two leather. As I watched from up and he became aware of all that she keeps. The little fox is a safe and sound, but we're not dead or to ground. The passionate lover is for them, said she. The passionate lover is for them. The passionate lover is for them, said she. The passionate lover is for them. She breaks her heart just a little too much, and then jokes I trust her lucky but tight. And she leaves her well, she leaves her and she smiles. She gets the better to the bigger to the letter. The passionate lover is for that century. The passionate lover is for that. The passionate lover is for that, said she. The passionate lover is for that. The passionate lover is for that, said she. The passionate lover is for that. The passionate lover is for that, said she. The passionate lover is for that. The passionate lover is for that, said she. The passionate lover is for that. The passionate lover is for that, said she. The passionate lover is for that. The passionate lover is for that, said she. The passionate lover is for that.
What's up guys, JC Coroner here for Terminal TV. Joining me right now are Karim and Johnny from the band Siniestra Cabaret, who just played for us a cover of Bauhaus for the song Passion of Lovers. Alright, we have been talking about how the Bauhaus tour has been long awaited and upsetting that it was postponed due to the COVID-19. Would you say Bauhaus has been a huge influence in you guys' music?
Oh yes, definitely. I think we both grew up listening to a lot of dark sounds and dark bands, and for me, just definitely Bauhaus has been a big influence into what I do and the music that I'm trying to accomplish and make on a daily basis.
Apart from Bauhaus, would you say there are any other bands that influence your sound?
Yeah, there's so many bands and so much music that I listen to. It's hard to actually separate different genres, but bands like Bauhaus, obviously, Sister Mercy, not so dark considered, but Jim Morrison is actually one of the artists that really I'm a big fan of. Type of Negative, per se, to name a few.
That sounds great. I know you guys just had a recent tour in Mexico. Would you tell me how was that experience for you guys?
Well, unfortunately, I had to go by myself. My guitar player Johnny couldn't make it this time, but it was really actually amazing. Every time that we go there we play some shows over there, it's really a great experience. I mean, the Mexican people obviously are great. You know, coming from a Mexican family, because I grew up there, it's always an excitement and a great experience.
Yeah, I heard it went really, really well.
Yes, it's definitely looking forward to go back after all this mess. Yes.
And due to the COVID-19, I know it's hard to think about plans, but since this pandemic came out of surprise, would you have anything to say to the people listening at home? What do you advise them to do?
Well, just to stay home and safe, you know, try to take all the precautions needed to stay healthy and be ready to come stronger, you know, after all this mess and whatever things going on right now, that uncertain that we don't know, but just to stay home healthy and ready to rock soon as we can, you know.
And we have to stay positive, right?
Exactly, that's 100%.
Do you have any plans after this whole COVID-19 pandemic is over?
Yes, there's so many things planned, and I guess everybody as artists probably have been doing as well, you know, doing more music, planning to do videos as well, and new projects that I have in mind too, writing more music and experimenting too with different sounds as well. So.
Well, you have new projects people could look forward to?
Yes, definitely. I have some new music on my end that I'm working on. A few demos that I need to release hopefully soon. It's a totally different sound for Sinister Cabaret, and some other, on the other side I have some other projects that are still working more electronically, kind of dense industrial sounds going on as well.
That sounds awesome. Would you say, well, tell me more about your band. Where does the name Siniestra Cabaret come from, or what does it mean to you guys?
Well, Sinister Cabaret started with me in 2001, a long time ago, but I never really, I did it more like a home project, but eventually I got tired of just letting it die there or sit there, you know. So I started to bring it back alive in 2000, when was it, 2015, I think it was 14?
Around there, we had a mutual bandmate that we started another project, and then that's how
that's when we met. We were in a band, together, and then from there, everybody or the other members split and took their own way. So me and him stayed together. I helped him with his band. Derrick was a bass player, and he helped me with my Sinister Cabaret as a guitar player. So from there, it kind of took force and we came back alive.
You branched out from there.
Yes.
That's awesome.
And Sinister Cabaret, well, the name is, I was like, you know, the creepy stuff, we all know. Sinister Cabaret comes from a cabaret made of scary things, scary sounds, creepy things, you know. So it's a cabaret, because life is a cabaret. I like a lot of, again, all vintage music as well. I listen to like cabaret type things. I like exotic cricket bass as well, you know, all these things can make something dark and artistic, but at the same time, I think life is a cabaret, like one of those songs.
That's great. Yeah, what would you say makes Siniestra Cabaret? Like what, in other words, how would you describe your music?
It's, you know, I think that's a tough question that everybody can not describe. I don't know how can I describe my music, but
there's definitely a lot of influences.
Yeah, exactly. There's so many influences. For me to say, oh, it's a certain type of genre, it's going to be tough, and I don't want to get into that. Oh, my music is just this, just that, and just that. So I don't know. Honestly, I wouldn't.
It's a mix of everything.
Yeah, I wouldn't know how to describe it.
I know it's really
but
hard.
it's between the dark and the
rock
gothic
and roll,
rock and roll.
Yeah,
Yes, gothic rock and all this.
Well, due to this COVID-19, hopefully we have a show planned for the 16th anniversary of Club Terminal on July 18th. How do you feel about playing alongside Radio Scarlet?
I think it's great. I mean, I've actually the guys' music is really amazing, and I've seen them play live a few times, and it will be actually, if it happens, a great experience, and looking forward to it after all this mess.
Yeah, we're all looking forward to it.
Yes.
And hopefully it can happen.
Of course.
Well, thank you guys. This has been Siniestra Cabaret. Stick around for the next special performance by Siniestra Cabaret.
Thank you.
I remember anymore, but I see you inside my head. I don't think I care anymore, but I feel you wherever it is. What a love this is, what a love is this. What a love this is, what a love is this. What a love this is, what a love is this. What a love this is, my rotten love. I caress you, dreaming again. And you ghost that I see every day. But in love, lying in hands, I see skeletons everywhere. Grab my hands, we belong. That I know what the future can bring. But I know my rotten love is not all that you did this. What a love this is, what a love is this. What a love this is, what a love is this. What a love this is, what a love is this. What a love this is, what a love. I don't think I remember anymore, but I see you inside my head. I don't think I care anymore, but I feel you with every dream. Grab my hand, dreaming again. It's your ghost that I see every day. Lying low, lying in hands, I see skeletons everywhere. I don't think I remember anymore, but I see you inside my head. I don't think I care anymore, but I feel you with every dream. Grab my hands, we belong. That I know what the future can bring. But I know my rotten love is not all that you could get. This is rotten love is this. My rotten lava this is my rotten love is this. My rotten lava this is rotten love is this. My rotten lava this is my rotten love is this. Rotten lava this is the rotten lava is this. My rotten lava this is the rotten lava is this. My rotten lava this is the rotten lava is this.
Thank you very much, Siniestra Cabaret, for your time and for your performances. Now, we'll be talking about BLUTENGEL. Do you guys like BLUTENGEL? Well, why wouldn't you? They are a dark wave band that has been around since 1998. They have grown to be very popular for their mixing of male and female vocals. Their music centers a lot on gothic fiction such as vampires, death, fetishism, and immortality. They have released 11 albums and have become one of the biggest parts of dark music. To pay tribute to BLUTENGEL, we have DJ Fallen Angel all the way from Mexico City, who will be presenting for us a special set of BLUTENGEL just for us. Take it away, DJ Fallen Angel.
der Suche nach Unendlichkeit. Getrieben von der Gier, die in dir wächst und deine Seele Stück für Stück zerstören will. Die Vernunft und dein Verstand, sie schwinden. Du siehst die Welt nur noch in dunklen Farben. Für dich hat jetzt und hier die Jagd begonnen. Das Blut des Schicksals klebt an deinen Händen. Reich mir die Hand, unsere Welt wird brennen. Der Zweifel und die Angst werden im Feuer untergehen. Reich mir die Hand, unsere Welt soll brennen. Das Stolz und unser Blut in alle Ewigkeit vereint. I want you for my pleasure. I need you to satisfy my lust. I want you to be my companion. I want you to fly with me through the night. We play this perverted game. We are hunting in the night. We kill for satisfaction, and we need the blood. You have to stab me every night. You will never be my slave. I want to stab you every night. You will never be my mistress. I kiss the blood from your burning lips. I lick the blood from your shivering skin. I give you eternal life. Death will never tear us apart. You have to stab me every night. You will never be my slave. I want to stab you every night. You will never be my mistress. You're walking through the streets at night, and your heart is full of pain. You don't know where to go. Your life is full of hate and fears. You feel so lost and you feel alone. You're looking for a change in your life.
Thank you DJ Fallen Angel for your amazing set. Are you guys familiar with Sufi dance? If not, Sufi dance is a form of dance that originated in Persia The dance is a form of meditation and prayer performed by twirling and the raising of arms to pray to gods. The next video we are about to see is by DEEPDRAIN, who depict this kind of dance in their music video. After that, we will have an interview with the band DEEPDRAIN, as well as another performance by them. So here is DEEPDRAIN with their song, Stepping Stones. What's up guys, JC Coroner here for Terminal TV. Right now joining us are Mario, Tony, and Deuce from the band DEEPDRAIN, whose video we just saw for their song, Stepping Stones. How are you guys?
Great, great. I really want to thank you for being here, guys. Thank you so much for, connecting people, for putting in the work to, bring a little bit of music to people's homes. So thank you so much.
No, thank you guys for taking your time to talk about yourselves, your music, and your band, because we need to do this for the music, for the people, right?
You're absolutely right. How are you guys doing?
Great. Good. That's good. Can you guys tell us a little bit more about the video we just saw for Stepping Stones?
Absolutely. So that is one of our songs from our latest album, Resurrection. And I worked with a really, really good friend of mine, an incredible dancer, and that I worked with in another video for the song Come Dance With Me. And obviously I just needed an excuse to work with her again. She was amazing. And it was actually a funny story how I met her. I put in an ad on Craigslist, out of all places. I was looking for dancers for that video. And she contacted me and sent me her Instagram, and I quickly realized that the caliber of not only she's an amazing dancer, but she's a dance instructor. And I said, like, we need to meet, and you need to run the show. And she did an amazing job. And so for this other video, I was just itching to work with her again. And I'd been really intrigued and inspired by like Sufi dancers. Sufi dancers it's a religious dance in which men, mostly men, wear long dresses and they spin. And it's a form of prayer. And I was just intrigued. They were like really tall, pointy hats. And so as you can see in the video, you know, the dancer's wearing like her hair up like a pointy hat almost. Okay. And so that's where that inspiration, I didn't want to rip it off completely, but that's where the inspiration kind of came from, you know, from that spinning. And so that's kind of where that came from, yeah.
Is that song related to the style of dance too, or is just?
No, it's a song about heartbreak, right?
Oh, okay.
And kind of the games we play with the ones we love.
Oh.
You know what I mean? And it's just, so that's what that song is about. And, but it felt like, you know, when you're in a relationship where you feel like you're going in circles, you know, that's kind of where it's connected. You know, that's kind of where it came from.
And it kind of connects to the climate we are in now due to this COVID-19 pandemic. You know, many people are in distress and anxiety is through the roof. What are you guys' thoughts about this whole COVID-19 pandemic?
What do you guys think?
Well, I think we're going to get it fixed sooner or later. It's been a hard time right now, everybody getting stuck in and can't go nowhere or anything, but I think it's going to get better in a few months or two.
Yeah, that's what we need. We need to stay positive, right?
Yes. Oh, yeah.
I mean, we have to find a way to get over this, because I mean, like you said perfectly, everybody's stuck at home. So what do you think would be the advice that people should follow during these times of hardships and all that?
Well, you need to be selfless is one part of it, because a lot of people, you see, they think it's not going to really directly affect me, so you got to think about the people that it will and can affect if you go out and put them at risk. And it's kind of a strange real-time societal experiment in that way of like, how much do people care about the safety of others in a way?
Because basically we're all in this together, right? That's what it's taking us right now. Can you guys tell us more about yourselves and other than music, what else do you guys do?
Absolutely. So this is our space. We've used it for a couple of different music videos, but me and actually Tony and I run Studio 1028 out of Fullerton here in California. Really, he's the talent behind it. I'm just, you know, I just
he's the
take
looks.
the credit. I just the looks, and I just, you know, just come in and wearing a tie, and I'm that guy, and then I go just listen to Tony. But seriously, he's an amazing mixing and recording engineer, and you know, we really do it for the community, right? Our mantra is, you know, or core belief is not, right, we don't do it for free, right, but really we do take an interest in people's music. You know, it's not you know, just a conveyor belt of where's the next project, like where's that next, you know, commission or you know what I mean, dollar. It's really about, hey, meeting people locally and believing in the projects, bringing them in, helping them realize their vision, and we know using our tools, the space. So a lot of people have come through here, and I'm really proud of that. As a matter of fact, that's how I met Deuce. Deuce was with this amazing group of musicians that are way out of my league, you know, completely different caliber of musicians, and recording a demo for that band, and we became like brothers. We became really good friends, and you know, it's been one of the blessings of having this place.
That's awesome.
It's
man.
bringing people together, and then right next door we have another unit where we bring people in and we teach them how to paint. And so if you ever heard of paint and sip,
Oh.
mine was the sip. Drinking is cool, you know, I could be having a glass of wine right now. But we really wanted a place where people can come in and not have to be centered around alcohol, but community, family, where you could come in with your grandma or your kid and really be creative, put your phone down for a minute. As a matter of fact, it is called Art Studio Be Creative. And really just spend a really good time hanging out with family and messing around with paint.
That's awesome, man.
So that's
what you guys do.
that's kind of what else keeps the party going, you know?
Right now, moving on to your band. How long have you guys been a band?
Well, you guys want to talk about that? It's a very secret.
About a good, what, 3 years almost?
Yeah.
I'm the newest. I've been, geez, that's a good question. Like a year and a half, probably. I've been, or like a year, somewhere in there that I've been playing. But I helped them with some sound and things before that. But how long have you been doing it?
So, I mean, to be quite honest with you, DEEPDRAIN it's really a place, and it's a place where all of my creative outlets live.
Oh,
you know what I mean? So it's a place where my artwork exists. You know, I'm a painter. It's a place where it's a branding for my creative outlets. And so I've been really doing music since I was a little kid, and I got a hold of a tape recorder.
Yeah.
And it introduced me to electronic music. You know, I had 2 tape recorders, and I was bouncing music back and forth between them, and it kind of opened up my eyes to alternative, I guess, ways of music, alternative music. So really, I've been producing music under DEEPDRAIN since I can remember, right? It's something I came up with, an idea that I came up with when I was a child.
Yeah.
And I've had, again, the fortune of have amazing people come through DEEPDRAIN and add a little bit and improve it and bring other flavors and other styles. Deuce is an incredible example of that, you know, and he's got more of a background in like R&B, you know, even some pop, and to bring that and his incredible talent to what we're doing, it just kind of elevates it. Same with Tony. Tony is a guitar instructor. He's really an amazing guitarist and musician in general. And for him to bring that with him and all his technical knowledge and know-how, it really kind of elevates it. And to be honest with you, then it's turned into, we love to play shows, we love to travel. We've had the opportunity to travel with you guys to Mexico more than once, and it's been really one of the joys of my life. We've done obviously some touring. We have a little bit of a home in the Midwest, but it's really about the experience that in between shows, really, that brings that bond, you know, and when you can, exactly, when you can spend hours and hours like this close to someone else and ready to do it again the next day, you really know you got good people, you know, and so that's kind of, you know,
That sounds great, man.
yeah.
What would you say are the influence for your sound? Like, what makes up DEEPDRAIN, basically?
That's a good question. I mean, what would you, if somebody asked you that, what would you say? I guess somebody is asking us that.
Well, I mean, what I always tell people for the DEEPDRAIN sound, maybe not influences, but talking about what I think it sounds like, I say Depeche Mode plus Metallica, kind of put together, maybe divided by 2.
That sounds amazing, man. I mean, what would you say makes DEEPDRAIN?
You know, when we write these songs, typically I'll have an idea and I'll develop it, and obviously they come in and really add their own special flavor to it. But I honestly, I'm open to the experience. You know, I sit down in my studio, and it could be triggered by like one sound. So there's not necessarily that I'm looking for a specific sound, but the sound finds me, right? And I may be experimenting, you know, You know, I've developed, you know, some homemade instruments. I could be one sound that ultimately maybe even gets kind of lost in it. And so there's not really, I can't tell you that, look, I really want to be goth or I really want to be industrial. Like, I would be lying, you know. And I think you hear it. I don't think it is, and it's maybe hurt us, right? Because I think it's harder for promoters to know what to do with us. They're like, well, you're not pop, obviously, you're not this, you're not that, and I think that you need to kind of sometimes know where to put an artist, right, with other alike artists. And so really, I can tell you this, I love electronic music, I love synths, I love drum machines, but I also love guitars, and I love rock and roll. And so...
And actual drum sets.
And actual drum sets, and I love hanging out with actual musicians, and I love to actually play live. And so it's a marriage of all of that, right? That electronic music, and,
it's all blend,
and exactly.
and evolving.
And if you, I have the privilege of being able to work with a lot of musicians, and I get to see how they write and things, and most of them it's sitting there with the guitar, sitting at a piano and playing, but he has such a unique way of writing where he's got it all into samplers and synths, but he really, I think, has like a rock soul to him though, so it's like, that's the thing, is where he's got hard rock coming out of the synth, and that's where you're really getting the DEEPDRAIN sound, especially then you bring it from that to the live band where you've got the guitars and the bass and the drums and everything, and it's the totally unique DEEPDRAIN sound that comes out. I don't think many people write that way. Even people that write electronic music, a lot of times I think they take a traditional instrument and then translate what they write on there into their synth. And he starts from the synth, and I don't think many people do that.
It's all just coming into a blend of what you guys are, basically. That's awesome. Would you guys say that you guys are working on any new projects that people at home can look forward to?
Well, obviously, you might have heard the words. The world's a bit of a shutdown, so it's truly. We did have quite a few plans. We put out a few videos out last year, and our idea, you know, we wanted to kind of double down on it and really make a serious investment on. As a matter of fact, one of the songs that we'll be performing today, In Your Head, we really wanted to go big for that one. So that one. And so it had to be put on hold. It required a lot of people. We want people to be safe. I don't want anybody to get sick because they weren't a DEEPDRAIN video. I just couldn't live with that. And so that was, and obviously there was a lot of touring planned, and obviously all of that was shut down. And so, but I'm cranking out a lot of ideas, and I'm sharing them, you know, with everybody, and just kind of letting them know, hey, this is kind of. It's a slightly different flavor, I think, than the last album, and but I'm just kind of running with it, and I develop a flow, and I just kind of like don't second guess it too much.
That's awesome. That sounds great.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys for taking your time just to talk with us. It's been a pleasure to have you guys. So stick around because we have a special live performance for the band DEEPDRAIN. This has been Terminal TV. Thank you.
Thank you guys. Thank you everybody.
Dude.
sky. We rise and fall, you'll always be by my side. I used to think you'll always be free. In your head, in your head, in your head. God is in your head, in your head, in your head, in your head. God is in your head. God is in your head. I blame myself, I blame your preacher. I blame myself, blame television. I blame myself, blame your religion. In your head, in your head, in your head. God is in your head, in your head, in your head, in your head. God is in your head. God is in your head.
Thank you very much, DEEPDRAIN, for your time and also for your amazing performance. Now we'll be moving on into EBM. Electronic body music is a subgenre that blends industrial, synth pop, and also dance music. It has been around ever since the 1980s and rose to popularity very, very quickly. The pioneers of EBM would include Front 242, Nitzer Ebb, Skinny Puppy, and Die Krups. Recently, we have lost artists known for their EBM sound, including Keith Flint of the band Prodigy, and also Genesis P. Orridge of Psychic TV. May they both rest in peace. To honor EBM, we have DJ Doc Dead, all the way from San Luis Potosi, Mexico, doing a special EBM set for all of us to hear. Let's give it up for DJ Doc Dead. Thank you very much, DJ Doc Dead, who just performed for us an awesome EBM set. Who loves post-punk? Many do. Post-punk emerged in the 1970s when artists drifted away from the typical rock sounds to add more avant-garde, shoegaze, and darker tones to the music. Many bands that are associated with this sound include Living in Hanover, She Passed Away, and Hapax. Post-punk has been making a revival in recent times, with the genre rising to popularity once again. To honor post-punk, we have DJ LILITH all the way from Mexico City, who will be presenting for us a special post-punk set just for you to listen to. So take it away, DJ LILITH. you very much, DJ Lilith, for your special set. Now we'll be moving on to Anaheim, California, where we will be meeting up with DJ REVENANT. Hey guys, JC Corner here for Terminal TV. Right now I'm with my very own special guest DJ REVENANT. How are you, DJ REVENANT?
I'm good.
That's good. You've been part of the Club Terminal family for many years now.
Yeah.
And well, you've been playing with us for also a long time. How long have you been playing?
Like 10 years.
10 years? That's a very long time. What do you think are the bands that have influenced you in becoming the DJ that you are now?
I have a lot of bands, but my special bands who I like Indusia, Selector, Líquido, it's a lot of bands, but this is my special bands too. I like those bands.
That's great. And the last question that is very difficult not to ask you is, what do you think about this COVID-19? What do you think people should be doing during this difficult times?
I can only say take yourself and take your family and take your distances to the other people.
Very well said. We need to stay healthy. Thank you guys. This is Terminal TV. Thank you very much, DJ REVENANT, for sharing with us an amazing video, which a lot of people in the Club Terminal family came out in. Thank you very much to everybody in the Club Terminal family. Also, it also featured a song by our very good friend CENTHRON, so also thank you, CENTHRON. As our program comes to a close, we wanted to take the time to thank every single person that made this video possible. We also wanted to thank every single one of you for tuning in to our very own and very first program of Terminal TV. The point of all of this was to try to boost positivity, especially during these difficult times of quarantine. We're going to try to make this a reoccurring thing, and if anybody is interested in being a part of this, you're more than welcome to. Stay safe, stay positive, and also believe in music. I am JC Corner, and this has been Terminal TV.